rather hyper presentation format is all my fault, so as you'll hear in a moment. Pecha-kucha, or pachakcha as we say in Japanese, is Japanese for chit-chat, just idle chit-chatter. And I own a large art space in Tokyo, it holds around 300 people, and when we started it, we didn't have enough events. So the show and tell we normally had in our office, every couple of months over a glass of wine and some cheese, we thought it'd be really nice if we had it in our art space and we could invite some people around so they could discuss what they'd been thinking about, what construction sites they'd been to, what holidays they'd been to. But people like me, architects, talk too much. So we decided to set up some very simple rules for this show and tell presentation. 20 slides, 20 seconds a slide, 6 minutes, 40 seconds, and you're off. And you're only getting 15 slides here. And for the first 3 years, it just ran in Super Deluxe in Tokyo. We're on our 64th volume now. About 3 years ago, it started to go around the world. People saw us running in Tokyo, and we built a website to show the other pachakcha nights that were going on around the world. Things have slightly gone crazy, and in the last 3 years, this simple idea that was just a one-off event, then ran for 3 years, has spread to 231 cities around the world. All of those active cities, they run more than 4 events a year. I think the next slide will show that's how many 231 cities is. Why has it been so successful? Well, in Tokyo, in London, in Dalian, there are very few places where young architects and designers can show and share their work. If you just constructed a house for your parents, you're not going to get into a magazine unless you know the editor. You don't have enough slides for a lecture, and you don't have enough work for a gallery show. Pachakcha Night is a perfect place to just show 20 slides you can put together very quickly. This month alone, there are 50 events around the world. There are 4 events today. There are 3 events today, one in Dublin, Lexington and Colding. Around 30,000 people this month will go to Pachakcha Nights. They're all non-profit. We just hand out a very simple license to cities. Cities don't ask us. Cities ask us, we don't ask cities to drive them. But because it's non-profit, because they're free, we can get to places like Kampala, and all you need is a bed sheet and a projector to spread your ideas. It's gone to cities like Bogota. The mayor has written to us and said Pachakcha Night has changed their city. They didn't, you think about Bogota, you think about drugs and war, you don't think about creativity. It is really, really amazing. And it's not just in third and second world cities, in first world cities too, it's becoming incredibly important. We have a daily blog, a Pachakcha Daily. Places in Tel Aviv, I'm not sure if this is the best Pachakcha nights when it's got to 2,000 people. They actually run them in an aircraft hangar, which is unbelievable. But because of the recession and because of the last year around the world, Pachakcha Night has become incredibly important for people, creative people, to show what they do. If they've just lost their job, they're trying to generate more work. This is in Minneapolis too. The mayor has also written to us here and said this is the only sign of green shoots in the city, and thank you very much. So what I'm here to talk about today is how we can bring the great ideas we've just seen, whether it's smart water or smart dust. Last Friday, I was in Tokyo talking another World Economic Forum event on slim cities. World Economic Forum and Arabs have brought together a series of cards to give to the mayors of cities to show what's going on around the world, some of these great initiatives. What I've thought about just over the weekend is why don't we develop a set of cards for each city, Slim City Tokyo, to show the very simple ideas that are going on to Tokyo or around the world in a regional format, just to pass this information on and use these physical social networks. This is what we've developed. We've developed something called a physical social network, not just a social network. Social networks, there's nothing social about them at all because people don't come together. But using these physical social networks to spread the idea, this is warm biz and cool biz. They put the air conditioners up 3 degrees in the summer, you take your tie off. It's in all government buildings in Japan. And in the winter, you decrease the temperature by 3 degrees and wear a jumper. All vending machines in Japan now don't light up the city at night. They're all turned off. When you put your money in, they light up. So there are these very simple, great ideas which are not being spread around the world. And my proposition today is that we can use these physical social networks because people love to get together, like at this event today. People love to come together and talk. Just talking on a screen, having a chat to someone through MySpace is not quite the way we go forward. So I think the future of the city is local and physical. Thank you very much.